Not there, but what should he say? Welcome back to Triple SL. This episode we'll be talking about the NBA playoffs and standings for the current NBA roster.
Knicks in 4.
I'm your host, Roland Davis.
I'm Sal.
I'm Evan Garcia. Welcome back to Triple SL.
So, let's get it off right. So now we're in the second round of the NBA playoffs. Obviously, a lot of great teams still going on.
Knicks in 4.
So let's talk about that West division first.
Yeah, let's talk. Are we gonna start with the plans first, or are we gonna start with? We haven't
We
been.
can start with the plans.
Yeah, let's start. Let's go from the beginning. Let's go from the beginning here,
Go ahead.
because they haven't heard from us in a minute. I know you said West, but I'm not gonna lie to you.
Warriors.
Yes,
Warriors,
Warriors.
Grizzlies.
Warriors,
Yeah,
Grizzlies. I knew it was Warriors. I couldn't remember who they were playing. Warriors, Grizzlies. Warriors killed them. Warriors smacked them. I remember watching that game. I was pumped. Steph Curry. I love you, Steph Curry. Please come back healthy. Steph Curry, you're still goated.
I mean, it wasn't a bad game.
No, it was.
It's just John Morant's just not he's not as good as he used to be.
He's not him. He thinks he's him. He's not
It's
him.
not even he's not as good as he used to be. He's honestly never been
Yeah, he's
that
never
good.
been
If we're
that.
being honest, he's been overhyped because of his dunks. You know what I mean?
He has good highlights. He's one of those players that has
Yeah.
really good highlights, but
Great
really
highlight
bad
reel.
lowlights.
Yeah.
Triple J also, he was just
Yeah.
kind of there.
He was.
Besides that, there's like nobody. Zach Edey is one of that dude. How on earth do you win like 2-time best college player of the year
Yeah,
award
he
and
was-
you just stink in the NBA?
I loved him at Purdue. He was so great at Purdue, and then he
He's
just.
immobile. He
Yeah,
legit can't move.
He can't move around the court. It's ridiculous. Especially how tall is he? He's not even that. He's
No, he's no maybe
7.
He's like, I think he's like 7'3",
something, I
7'2", 7'3". Like he's big, but he's not that big. Like there are more mobile players that are taller than him out there right now.
Victor Wembanyama.
Victor Wembanyama. I
He's
mean,
amazing.
he was he for the little while that he was playing this season, he was doing really well.
He
But
still
now-
led the season in blocks, and he didn't play like the rest of the season.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Yeah, no,
What
he
was
is.
it, a blood clot injury?
Yeah, it was a
Correct?
blood clot injury in his shoulder,
Yeah.
which was a shame because they were. I could have seen them making like a pretty good playoff
Spurs had a
run.
really good roster.
They had a really great roster, but like it was all anchored around Victor Wembanyama, and the second he gets hurt, then the whole team just falls right after him. It's a shame.
And then we can go on to this east side.
Mm-hmm.
We had the Orlando Magic and the Atlanta Hawks.
Orlando Magic,
Boo.
Orlando
Trae
Magic,
Young stinks.
Orlando Magic.
I mean, I was at that
Whoa.
game. I was at that play-in game. I mean, it was amazing. I mean, the
The vibes were immaculate.
Orlando Magic was down pretty much the entire game, and then came back in the fourth quarter to get
Yeah.
the dub. I mean, it was
Yeah, I didn't
insane.
catch the full game there, but it was a good. It like,
I watched that game.
yeah,
They
they
had a
looked.
couple rookies step up. It was a great game.
Yeah, the Magic looked better than I thought they were. Because I'm not gonna lie, I hadn't watched any any Orlando Magic games during the regular season. Because why would I?
I do have something I want to bring up though. During that game, the Atlanta Hawks are down by 10 in the fourth quarter. Trae Young gets a double tech and gets ejected with like 5 minutes to go. Does the Atlanta Hawks come back in that game if he doesn't get ejected?
No.
You don't think so?
I think it would have been possible. I think
Better chance at least.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think that the Magic were playing really good in that. They were playing really good in that fourth quarter.
And I mean, we do have to look at it too. It was one of those dumb techs. It was Trae Young passes the ball to the ref.
Yeah.
Technical. So I mean, it's kind of weird. It's kind of strange that the Atlanta Hawks don't get their playoff shot just because of a passing the ball to the ref
Yeah.
situation. You know what I mean?
It was it was a bad call, but I don't think they would have.
They had no
I don't
chance
know.
too. I mean,
Yeah, and it was Heat. It was Heat Bulls again in the East.
Bro, I wanted the Bulls to win so bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
The Bulls had a really good, like, very late season. I really didn't expect it.
it was kind of disappointing too, what Miami did in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
It was very disappointing how their season ended.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just, I think they got swept, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
they got swept
Yeah,
by the Cavs.
that was disappointing. They got swept by the Cavs.
Mavs,
It was
Kings. Mavs, Kings.
Mavs, Kings, yes.
I honestly wanted the Mavs to win this one just so AD can get his spotlight, you know. That
Yeah.
trade with Luka and AD would just look like he was like always so bad and stuff. But I want to see him succeed. I feel like he's good.
Yeah.
I mean, AD, he's always had those injury problems, so he's not really a great consistent player, but he's definitely a great player at his level for his height and
Yeah.
for his what he's able to do with the ball in his hands. I mean, he's
First-
an amazing player.
I've always thought he was a little overrated. I never really thought he was all that.
can
Like
see
even
that.
on the Lakers, I thought he was good, but I didn't think he was. Like you could see the season that the Lakers had, they would have been slightly better if they had kept him, and also, I mean, still kept Luka obviously, but I don't think he was a big deciding factor with the Lakers. And I mean, on the Pelicans, he was great, but
Do you think? I mean, obviously, it's rough with Luka now having another superstar on his team. But if Luka was still on the Mavs, do you think he would have had a playoff shot?
oh yeah, absolutely.
I think he would have at least
Absolutely.
made it to the playoffs.
Yes, he
Yeah.
would have made it. I think he could have gone second round. I think he
Yeah.
could have.
Could have upset the Thunder.
I think that would have been really interesting to watch. That would have been really, really interesting to watch. Because like Luka is that big of a, like that good of a player with the Mavs. All right, so we've gone over the play-ins. Now let's get to the real stuff, the playoffs.
Playoffs. We'll start off with the West again. The number 1 seed, the OKC Thunder.
Oh my
And the number
God.
8 seed, the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yo.
Someone bring the brooms out.
Yo, can we talk?
Sweep.
Can we talk about this series, dude? Oh my God.
Wait.
They destroyed
Can
them.
we talk about how Shea's probably shooting free throws right now? Can we talk about that?
Yo, shout out Shea right now. He's just out there.
Oh my, he's probably just shooting free throws right now. But honestly, I didn't tune into this series much because I knew the Thunder
Yeah,
were gonna.
obviously.
The Thunder was.
I don't
gonna
watch
win.
these 1 seed versus 8 seed games
But I
very
mean,
often.
It had to have been a great series. I feel like. I mean, obviously we
I
got
wa-
to see what the Thunder could do.
Game 1, I watched game 1 with my family
Oh
on
my
Easter.
goodness, bro.
Oh my God, they lost by what, like 40? 50?
50 something. I think.
Yes, it was insane. Insane. They were. It was like they were playing little kids. It was ridiculous. They were destroying them. Like I felt bad at a point, because it was just absolute. It was an absolute sweep. It was ridiculous.
And it's amazing that this OKC team is so young, but they're still so great.
Yeah.
Able to get that 1 seed, able to get to the second round. I mean, they have great rotational players that know how
Yeah.
to play their role. You know
If
what
they
I
don't,
mean?
I think if they don't make the finals this year, I think that they have a good another like 5 years.
Yeah, definitely 5 years
five
of
or 6
like,
years,
solid
yeah.
playoff.
5 great playoff
Yeah.
appearances, and like I think their championship window is nowhere near to closing. And then, what was it? We want to go to
Yeah, we have
Clippers
Clippers
Nuggets.
and Nuggets.
Best series in the first round.
I
mean-
was really pulling for the Clippers, man. I was really pulling for the Clippers. I was really hoping. I want James Harden to get a ring. I've always wanted James Harden to get a ring. He's always been one of my favorite players ever. And I wanted him to get a ring so bad, and I was so sad when he lost in that Game 7. But
That was
you just can't stop Jokic.
that was a bad game 7 for me. Only like 7 points.
Yeah. I know. It's just I love James Harden, man.
I mean,
Remember Rockets James Harden?
it's rough though
2018.
because you gotta
Oh my
look at
God.
it. I mean,
Prime
Jokic is
James Harden.
still the MVP player he was
Yeah.
2 years ago. He's still like that consistent. He's a great all-around amazing player.
Yeah, Jokic averaging a triple-double during the regular season, something only 3 players have ever done. Him, Russell Westbrook, and some guy back in the...
Oscar Robertson.
Oscar Robertson.
He said
Jeez.
some guy back in.
I
Wow,
can't
bro. Oscar Robertson's just
I
a
can't
somebody.
remember. Some random... I couldn't remember his name.
Was this the series that Aaron Gordon had?
Aaron
that
Gordon had
putback,
the.
clutch shot?
That's just like the Clippers defense. Just like, what are you doing? Jokic is just. chucking up something. No shot it goes in. And the Clippers are just standing under there just watching it.
Yeah.
Aaron Gordon just sees the opportunity, dunks it
Puts
in.
it back in.
Game.
Yeah.
That was an amazing moment for him.
Yeah.
In the fact that he could see that it was gonna he could predict where it was gonna come off and just to put it in perfectly right before the buzzer.
Yeah.
That was great to
Great
see.
play.
And it was that, and it was also just a poor. I think the whole series, the Clippers didn't really have great defense. I think they couldn't guard. I mean, obviously you can't guard Jokic, but I mean even like smaller players were getting past them. I think it was kind of just a shoddy performance from them.
A lot of the Clippers, like a lot of the players on their team, are especially known for their offense rather than their defense.
Yes.
Besides somebody like Kawhi Leonard, a lot of the people like James Harden, only known for his offense. He's not known for having a defense. You know what I mean? But it was still good to see them put up a fight and to see Jokic come out on top. Honestly,
It was a great series though. It was a really good series.
Jokic is the MVP.
that's
bro.
what I see.
Get that
Jokic
shit out of here.
coming to the finals. I can see Jokic going all the way
Yeah,
to the finals there.
Yeah, I could see them. I can see them upsetting the Thunder. I could see that.
Have they decided who the MVP is?
Not
Not yet.
No.
So
I feel like they're gonna decide
or
whoever
maybe
wins
they
that
decided
series.
it, but they haven't announced it yet.
Yeah.
It better not be SGA. That dude's
No,
generally
I
a
think-
free throw merchant.
I think Jokic definitely deserves it again.
I think he deserves it, but is he gonna get it? I think it gets to that like voter fatigue kind of thing
Yeah.
because he's got 2. He's
I mean, even we said it, Shy shoot his free throws. I mean, everybody, if there's like the voters, everybody's gonna go for Shy just because of the memes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
everybody's gonna go for Shy.
yeah,
But-
he's see like it's such a tight race that I won't be mad if either of them get it because they're both so good and they both had amazing seasons. But I don't think it's. I think we're not the people to be calling it. I don't think so.
Yeah, no, we're not. We don't have that much ball knowledge.
We're not that knowledgeable.
Next
So let's go to the next series. Yeah.
We got Lakers and the Timberwolves. My favorite series.
LeBron!
My favorite series in the first round. Honestly, my favorite series.
LeBron, what are you doing?
How did you lose in 5 games?
Luka, how?
You have like 2 of the best players in the NBA right now.
Timberwolves in 5.
Timberwolves have Anthony Edwards. That's pretty much it, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's Julius Randle, but he isn't as good as he was in the Knicks.
I miss you. I miss you, Julius Randle. Come back.
Just like, how?
Do you prefer Julius or Cat on the Knicks?
I mean, I prefer Cat. Cat's like
Cat.
my favorite. Cat's been my favorite player this whole season. I love Cat. But I did like Julius Randle when he was on the Knicks. He was reliable for a good he was reliable for like a good 15, 20, something like that every night.
But when you guys did have Julius Randle, I gotta say this, there wasn't much winning
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
He was consistent, but not consistent with the winning factor and having a clutch factor.
So,
You want to go to the next
Yeah,
series?
let's go to the next series. It's Rockets and Warriors.
Rockets and Warriors. This was a good.
This was a good
really
series.
like this series. I really like this series. Warriors had a great performance. Rockets really like. I didn't know anything about the Rockets going into this. They were kind of a very slept on,
team.
they were a very slept on young team. And the Warriors just absolutely they cooked them. And it went to game. It went
Game
to,
7,
It went to a game 7.
Warriors
yeah.
had a 3-1 lead. Almost blew it again.
Yeah.
Again. LeBron. I mean, how do you guys feel about Amen Thompson? I mean,
That
I
was
feel
kinda
like
dirty.
There's been
Yeah.
a lot of controversy around is he a clean or a dirty player? I mean, you can't really base it just off the one series, but there has been multiple times during the season where he's gotten into fights and like squared up against people.
I mean, listen, when he's against the Warriors, you can't really say much about that. You got Draymond Green on the Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
Like,
Draymond's
I
such
mean,
a good guy. He's so funny.
Draymond Green, such a saint.
Such a great guy.
Very charitable person, very, very kind man. Yeah, but that series was great. I think, like, I mean, yeah, Steph Curry is, the other day I was talking to Sal about this. Or was it Sal? It was one of you two. I can't remember who it was. About like the most overrated player in the league, and yeah, it was Roland. It was Roland. It was Roland. Roland said it was Steph Curry. I disagree with him. I disagree on that. I think Steph Curry is still so good.
Well, don't get me wrong, he's an amazing player, but I feel like he's definitely overrated in the aspect of how he plays a role on his team.
Yeah.
If he wasn't surrounded by the people he's surrounded by, and he didn't have that same coach, he wouldn't be as successful as he is. I mean, they play a lot of off-ball screens, pass, shoot. Any other team in the league, you're not going to be able to do that for. But they built that team around Steph Curry to be able to do that. So I feel like without the people that he's with, without Draymond, without all these people, he wouldn't be the player he is today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, shout out Buddy Hield for saving them in Game 7.
Word.
Shout out Jimmy Butler.
Word.
I love you, Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Please come back to Miami.
Jimmy Cooks.
Please come back to Miami.
I don't think that's happening, man.
That's definitely not
Please come
happening.
back to Miami.
Although that trade was like,
Out of nowhere.
out of nowhere, I didn't expect it.
Wiggins for Butler? Are we
Yeah.
serious? Are we serious?
Hey, Wiggins isn't bad. Wiggins is not
He's
that
not-
bad. But he's not Jimmy.
He's
He's not Jimmy Butler.
He's not
level.
Jimmy Butler.
He's not Jimmy
But
Butler.
I mean, it gets to a point with Jimmy Butler where he just wasn't trying. He was faking injury. Like, he didn't want to be on that team. And it was funny because the one team that he clearly did not want to go to was the Warriors. I believe he said it, like, explicitly, that he didn't want to go to the Warriors. And then he went to the Warriors.
You know, it's interesting, too, because that is really... I wouldn't say... I'm not saying Andrew Wiggins is horrible, but that's like one of those... That's like the second time we've had, like, a superstar for a good player. You know what I mean? Like, we had
Yeah.
that Luka and AD, and then we had Jimmy and Wiggins. I mean, it kind of, like... It's kind of weird that these trades for these superstars are going on. You know what I mean?
I think it's just it's like a trend of just bad management in the NBA right now. But
you know, speaking of Jimmy Butler, his past team, that first seed, we got Cavs versus Heat.
Cavs versus Heat.
Cavs. Room again. This one.
Sorry,
I love the
Sorry,
Miami
buddy.
Heat. It's so sad. It's so sad to see them get swept, but I can't lie.
It had to
The
happen.
Cavs
Yeah,
are a great
you couldn't expect them to.
Cavs
go
are
any
an
further
amazing
than that.
team.
The Cavs are just they're way too good to
It's
to
crazy
lose to the
because isn't
Heat.
like half of their starting roster injured right now?
It's just Darius Garland.
Just Darius Garland.
Well, Game 2, Evan Mobley didn't play, and I think Daniil Hunter didn't play either.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, there's not really, again, on the Heat, it's kind of expected. There's not really a superstar on the Heat. I mean, you got Wiggins, you got Hero,
Bam.
you got Bam. I mean, all very consistent good players, but not superstar level. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's interesting.
You don't have like real reliable playoff performers on that team.
Yeah. None of them have really like a clutch factor.
Yeah, no.
I'd say.
Speaking of clutch factor, I'm gonna go to my favorite series because I'm just too excited. I'm
Oh
too
my
excited.
God,
I'm
you're
too
skipping?
excited.
Skipping one?
Yeah, I'm skipping. I don't
Oh,
care.
we're skipping
Who even was it?
It's the Bucks and the
Bucks and
Pacers.
Pacers.
Bucks and Pacers. Pacers beat them. Tyrese Halliburton is
That
not.
was so sad,
Okay, I do
bro.
have to say though, it's sad because
Giannis deserves everything, bro.
Giannis deserves everything. I don't even remember him playing a lot of that series.
No.
If any at all.
Giannis is
No,
definitely.
Dame
he's-
didn't play much.
And well, that's what I mean. Dame just came off that blood clot injury, which is very upsetting to see a great player like him have to go
Yeah.
through. But you know,
Giannis is getting traded. I
Gian-
don't think Giannis is
Oh,
not gonna
what?
stay. Giannis is not gonna stay on the Bucks.
Dude, if he's on the Spurs, that'd be an insane.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that would be a finals team with a healthy Wembanyama.
I would
Giannis.
cheer for the Spurs just
yeah,
to see Wemby and
I would
Giannis
see that.
together.
Like, I would love to see that.
I mean that's like you're like you can't stop him in the paint.
No.
It's literally just
No.
paint the entire time.
It's
Genuinely,
ridiculous.
you have to
yeah.
shoot threes. All right, now we can go.
Now we can go to the
We can
Knicks.
go to the Knicks now.
Knicks and 6.
Were you ever scared in this series?
A little bit. It was like either game 2 or game 3 where Cade Cunningham was like, Cade Cunningham is a great player. Cade Cunningham, he's like very reliable with shooting. He was shooting these crazy threes. I can't lie. He was really good. I was admiring him. He was great. And our defense early on in that series was not showing up. We couldn't stop him. We couldn't stop Cade. We couldn't stop and we couldn't stop them. I can't remember any players' teams because they're all irrelevant because they got beat by the Knicks.
I will tell you this: Jalen Brunson's step back 3
King of New
in
York.
Game 6.
King of New York, greatest of all time.
That was just amazing.
All right, I do want to bring up something.
Love you, Jalen
I
Brunson.
feel like Asar
Jalen Brunson, come on the show.
Thompson.
He's
his
better than him.
performance was a little bit
Yeah.
underwhelming. Obviously, I mean, coming from the OTE standpoint, I assumed he was going to do great in the NBA. I assumed
Yeah.
he was going to be,
One of the best.
one of the best out
upcoming
of his
players.
class. Yeah. But honestly, his performance was kind of underwhelming in this series.
He's young though. He
He-
still has
he is
time to
young.
develop.
He has a lot of time to develop.
Who even knows if he stays with the Pistons the whole time?
Oh,
Yeah.
I doubt it.
I can see him getting traded.
I do prefer Asar over Amen. I
Yeah.
really do. But just in this series, it was kind of
Yeah.
upsetting.
Yeah.
Getting destroyed by my king, by my glorious king. I can't even talk about like real basketball things when I'm talking about the Knicks because of just how much I love them. I love you, Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns.
You might be zesty, but
Karl Anthony Towns. I don't care what he does. He's my king. Although, dude, Tom Thibodeau, please rest your players. Please rest the starting five. Because, like, I love Jalen Brunson, but I don't need to see him for 50 minutes on the court. Like, he's going to get tired. He got injured in that in Game 3. And I was terrified. I was terrified because I thought he was out, or I thought he would be out for the rest of the game and we would lose that game.
he's not a bad coach, though.
No, I don't like him. I've never liked him. I've never been a fan of him. I think that we should get. I think after this season, if we don't go any further, I think we should get a new coach. And even if we do, I think that we should be looking. Fire Mitchell Robinson. I hate Mitchell Robinson. Reliable for 2 points. I hate Mitchell Robinson.
What?
So,
Bro, he has such great defense.
he has decent defense. He is not. I do not like
He's a
Mitchell
great
Robinson.
It's like
defender
Block
for you
City
guys.
over there, dude. He can like block anything.
Not the way that I was seeing it. Not the way. Not.
One thing needs to work on is free throws.
One thing you need to work on is scoring points, because that's what is important. That's what's important to me, at least, is scoring points, and he scores nothing. He doesn't score. I think he had his highest game was I think it was last night's game. He scored like 8 points. It was ridiculous. I cannot keep seeing Mitchell Robinson's face. Please get a new backup center, because like. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. I can't see Mitchell Robinson getting valuable NBA playoff points. I can't see Cam Payne out there anymore. Our bench is like, the Knicks bench is not very deep. It's not a great bench. We have an amazing starting five, and we have like, Deuce McBride is great. They're good-ish players on our bench, but nobody that we can really rely on when our guys need a break. So. I think that should be the biggest thing going into the off season, is looking for new guys on the bench. Mm-hmm. And I'll yield my time, because if I keep talking about the Knicks, I'll just go for an hour.
But
Last
we want to
series.
continue then. We got the last series of the first round. We have Celtics versus Magic.
Celtics versus Magic.
That was easy.
Yeah, no,
That
that was the most predictable game.
I wanted them to play the song.
Orlando
They didn't play the song.
They played
Orlando
it one time.
Magic.
They won. They beat them one time, so maybe they played it like once.
I wanted to hear it at the end of the series. But, Orlando Magic, again, another great, super young team.
Mm-hmm.
They have the chance to be great.
They have potential.
They really
Yes.
do. I mean, Paulo Banchero leading that team.
Great.
Paulo
I mean,
Banchero,
he's
he's
a
super
very
he's
consistent
super underrated.
He's very consistent. He's very underrated. And even their core players, Jalen Suggs, another great player. We have so many great players that can go out and just random. I mean, they're like
Franz.
They're like who was the Bills player? They're like Gabe Davis. On some random
Gabe
night,
Davis.
they can go
Oh,
out and
okay.
score 50, and then next day they'll score. They just won't catch the ball. I mean, it's like insane.
Where's your mic? Where's your mic?
It's in here.
Oh, it is? Okay, I didn't see it. I couldn't see it. I was worried.
But I mean,
I was
obviously,
worried that you couldn't hear him.
amazing players. Most of them are consistent with low points, but then like once every 3 weeks you'll see one of them drop 50, which is kind of crazy. But
Yeah.
at least they're getting the ball.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously we saw the Celtics. We saw Tatum winning this one, but
There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
I wanted my Magic to win this one.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. Sorry.
So currently, we are now in the second round.
Lots of great
so
series.
let's head back to the
Yes.
West now. For that second round, we have the Thunder versus the Nuggets.
This series is just gonna be like.
It's a shootout.
It's gonna go back and forth.
Yeah.
First game was a
The
great
two
game.
I
MVP candidates. go
definitely.
back
I
and
mean,
forth.
I obviously see it going to a game 7. I think.
I
that-
could see that too. At least
think-
6.
Oh no, I think I can almost guarantee that it'll be a 7. They're both such good teams, and I mean, even the Nuggets, they have a weaker team, but that's made up for by their the MVP
By
front
Jokic.
runner, Jokic, who's just insane every single game. And I mean, listen, Russell Westbrook ain't bad. Russell Westbrook.
No, he has some days.
He
where
has some. Good, he
on.
has some really good games.
There's some games where
Yeah,
he's
exactly. His bad outweighs his good, but it's not by a lot. So hopefully he can just play well for the rest of this series, and they can make a shot. Because I think they have a good shot at making the finals. So.
But I mean, that game 1, horrible coaching by the Thunder there. You foul when you're like down by like 3. They make their free throws. You send Chet Holmgren to the line. He misses both free throws. Aaron Gordon hits another game winner. And then next game you blow them out by 43.
Yeah.
Like the series is just out of proportion. Like you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I didn't watch the last game, but when I saw the score, I woke up and I saw the score on my phone. I was like, oh my God, how does that happen?
Like 83 or something in the first half.
Jesus, that is like the Thunder's ability to put up points like it's nothing is insane. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. It's nuts.
I mean, if we went ahead to that next series, this is my favorite series in the playoffs so far. Timberwolves and Warriors. I mean, we got to talk about Edwards. He's
Edwards.
that guy.
Yeah, he is that guy.
He's that guy.
He is him.
Another player that I don't know if MVP candidate or MVP winner, but definitely MVP candidate. He's carrying his team all the way there.
Yeah. He's getting up there.
He definitely is.
Next couple of years, he's gonna be the MVP.
If the Timberwolves make it to the finals over all of these other teams in the West, I say Edwards gets that MVP. Honestly,
I can see that. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Yeah, he's
a monster.
You can't count him out. He is just absolutely like dominant all the time. I've never seen him have an off game. He is ridiculous.
Seriously,
he is just
consistent.
So consistently amazing.
And it's so amazing to see it out of a lot of these players in the NBA currently that so many of them are consistent now. Like a few years ago, you wouldn't have seen this type of consistency. There was maybe like 4 or 5 guys on top. There's like rosters that have all top guys in their starting lineup, and it's amazing to see that these guys can go out and score 20 each. You know what I mean? But speaking of the Warriors have one of those lineups.
Yeah.
The Warriors have one of, besides maybe Draymond Green, I mean, all of those guys can go out there and just score 20. Buddy, Jimmy, Curry, all of them can do that. You know what I mean? So
the big problem for the Warriors, they need a center. I think they have the one dude that's on the bench, Alex something or whatever. Like he's good, like he's reliable, but he's on the bench. They need if they get like a decent center, they can be like good. Because they got killed by Alfred Sengun in the first round.
But I mean, again, saying that too, I mean, if we have Edwards carrying his team, so we have this one guy that's amazing on this team, and then we have a whole team of great players. Who comes out on top? Because I mean,
I feel like you can't.
It's hard because I mean, one off night for Ant, it's over. While on the Warriors, there's multiple guys you can rely on. You know what I mean?
But I think with Ant, he's that good that he could make up for, if the Warriors they all had if everybody had a good night, they still have a chance. They still have a chance, and even if they don't win, it would be close because that's how just good and reliable Anthony Edwards is. You want to move on to the next series?
Yeah, we'll move on to that next series. We have Cleveland versus the Pacers.
Surprising so far.
Really,
surprising.
I mean, you have to take into account a lot of the Cavs are injured.
Yes.
And it's just been a so-so performance from them in this series. But
Tyrese Halliburton.
Tyrese
Halliburton.
What the hell?
That's all I can say.
Tyrese
That's all
Halliburton.
I can say.
He's really showing them that they shouldn't have voted him as most overrated. They should. He's really.
Because he's showing
his point.
that he deserves that spot. Not even
he's proven his
I'm
point.
A hater. I don't like.
You're a hater?
I don't like
Tyrese
Halliburton.
Halliburton.
Tyrese Halliburton.
I think he's a likable guy.
I don't really like him that much.
I like him. I think he's great.
Yeah, I like Tyrese Halliburton. I was a bit of a hater for a while. I was a hater because of last year when he beat the Knicks.
Eliminated the Knicks.
Yeah. But no, I think he's good. I think he's a lot better than people have been giving him credit for lately. Some people like Sal.
Yeah, I gotta see
Yeah.
if the Caps can come back from this 2-0 deficit. And especially since they're going into Indiana, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Caps could be packing their bags soon.
Sadly, too. I like the Cavs a lot.
Let's get
To the best series in the
best
second round.
series
I'll say,
of all time.
I like this a lot. This is going to be two great games. We have the Celtics and the Knicks. Want to start us off, Evan?
I just get so emotional
Oh, my God.
thinking about these games.
It's all right, man.
This guy.
In the first half of Game 1 against the Celtics, OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges combined for 8 points. In the fourth quarter, the Boston Celtics blew a 20-point lead with Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby, destroying them.
I forgot you guys had OG
OG Anunoby is so, he is like,
forgot you guys
I was a
had
hater for a while.
Because he
I-
came from the Toronto, right?
Yeah, Toronto.
Okay,
Yeah, I was a hater for a while. I did not want him on our team, but whoa, he has been showing out lately in this play. In the playoffs, he has been killing it. When I was watching Game 2, I was getting deja vu because like it was the exact same thing that happened in Game 1. Celtics were up by like 20 whole game, and then fourth quarter, Knicks turn on the boosters and just sweep the floor with them. And it was a close game, obviously. It was 91-90. And like that oh my God, I was talking to Sal about this earlier. That final defensive play by OG Anunoby was, oh my God. He grabs the ball out of Jason Tatum's hands and just hurls it across the court. Huh? Yeah, it was Mikal. It was Mikal Bridges.
Mikal Bridges,
Might be.
Snubbed DPOY, man. I mean,
Oh my God, bro.
back-to-back games, you locked down.
Yes.
Like,
He locked down Jaylen Brown in Game 1.
and Tatum in Game 2.
Two superstar players. I can't lie. I hate Jason Tatum. Oh, I hate Jason Tatum. But two great players. And he made them look like rookies. And it was beautiful. It was music to my ears.
You know, it's interesting, too, because, I mean, obviously you're a Knicks fan, so you know a lot of the players on the Knicks, but a lot of the people count out this Celtics team, they only really mention Jason Tatum. They don't mention
No, they
all
have a
these
good
other
bench. They have a
guys
really good
on
bench.
The Celtics.
Pritchard.
Yeah, Peyton Pritchard, 6 Man of the
Jaylen
Year.
Brown. I mean, there's a lot of great guys
Kristaps
on the Celtics.
Porzingis. I will say, Kristaps Porzingis was
Tingus
doing.
is not bad.
Tingus Pingus was doing a great job getting past our defense. We could not guard him, but what was helpful was that he was, I guess he wasn't feeling good. They said illness on the broadcast. They said he had some kind of illness. I don't know what it was, but for that time that he was in the game, he was doing a great job at getting past our defense, which I think we were playing great defensively, but we just couldn't guard him. We couldn't stop him. But yeah, the shooting situation from Boston in these past two
45
games.
missed.
45 missed in Game 1, and I don't know the exact number from Game 2, but they couldn't make a shot in the second half. It was ridiculous. It was, I think we went on a 24-2 lead in the fourth quarter, in like last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter.
So bad.
It was beautiful. I was watching that game on my phone, driving home from something, and on that last play, I was in my kitchen making a sandwich, watching it on my phone, and I dropped everything and started screaming in my kitchen, and my mom came downstairs and was like, "What's going on?" Because it was like 9 p.m.
Oh, God.
And it was like, Knicks just destroyed the Celtics. Guys, I'm stuttering. I'm losing my train of thought because of how much I love this team. The 2025 Knicks are the greatest basketball team of all time. Better than any of the Bulls teams in the 90s. Better than the 2020 Lakers. Better than 2018 LeBron.
Well, like the Warriors team, 2017.
Warriors 2017. Thank you. I couldn't remember. They're greatest team of all time. Knicks to the finals. Knicks with 40 rings. Knicks will win every single finals for the next 40 years. Jalen Brunson's gonna.
Have the Knicks won a finals?
They have
They made one.
1970 and 1973.
I,
Those are the only two finals they have.
the Knicks are good. They're not that good.
Let's put this
No.
up. 50 years ago, the Knicks won a championship.
We got close.
This guy wants to talk about how they're the best team of all time. Okay.
Currently, the best team of all time now.
Okay.
We'll see how they play.
I mean, let's bring up this third round really quick. I mean, I wanted to talk about this, but it's honestly, it's so hard to mention because on this West side, it can go any way for any of these
Exactly.
teams. I mean, like we said, Thunder Nuggets, either of those teams. Timberwolves Warriors, either of those teams.
We've only been one game of the Timberwolves series. Like we have no idea.
It's so like weird to talk about because even if we tried to mention any of those teams, it could change by one player coming out of the game. You know what I mean? So I mean, even with this East side, it's interesting because I feel like Pacers. Cavs, you can kind of predict. But again, Celtics, Knicks, you can't predict that game. I feel like one of those teams definitely makes it to the finals out of the Celtics and the Knicks. I don't think the Pacers or the Cavs make it there.
No.
But depending on which one of those teams, you can't predict that. It's so hard to tell out of all of those teams.
No, the Cavs they're scaring me because like I predicted them. I thought they were going to go to the finals. Because they were such a strong team during the regular season. They were such a strong team in that first round. But it's been so sad watching them have all these injured players and kind of just get rocked by Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah.
They're coming back, bro.
I think they will. I still think that they're going to make it.
Is that what
to
you
the
actually
finals.
believe, or is that just
No, I do
Tyrese
believe.
Halliburton?
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of Tyrese.
I could see the Pacers. I could see the Pacers going to conference finals, but
Not
if I
going
had to put money on it, which we won't because we don't promote gambling on this show, I would say Cavs.
Good save there. Yeah, no, I think the Cavs can force a Game 7.
Yeah.
Or they can just win 4 straight.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
That's really hard to do, though.
But if the Pacers do beat the Cavs, they're not making it to the finals.
No way.
No.
They're making it to the.
I don't even think the Cavs are making it to the finals
Exit
out of
four.
these other teams.
Dude, the Knicks actually could sweep this out. If the Knicks sweep
If
the
the
Celtics,
Knicks sweep the Celtics, I don't even know, man.
you'll see him running down your street just like yelling, Jalen Brunson.
I will be yelling down your street, shirtless, half my body painted blue, half my body painted orange, screaming Jalen Brunson.
Oh my
Funny thing, actually, Paul Pierce was on like.
Yeah, he
show, and
said I would walk 50.
If they lose game 2, I will walk to, like the.
He would walk 15 miles to the studio.
In the robe, no shoes or anything. Let's see if he actually does it. I don't think he is, but.
We'll have to.
I just saw on Instagram Stephen A. Smith
Yeah.
is celebrating.
I posted that on my story.
It's amazing. I mean, it's crazy how many people are fans of the Knicks.
The Knicks fan. Yeah, let's
when
talk.
this is like their first year, or not first year, but
had a
this is
couple.
like over the past 2 years, their first time being really good in like a long time.
It's
You know
been
what I mean?
since like that '99 season.
So it's interesting to see all the Knicks fans now that they have not a super team, but a really good team.
I love seeing these Knicks fans on the streets of New York, going insane after every single game. I love it because I'm one of them too. If I was out there, I would be running down the street screaming as well. But I've been seeing stuff like if the Knicks win the championship, New York City is going to turn into Gotham.
Yeah, no, I've seen that too.
New York City, it is going to be
It's
rough.
gonna be insane.
It's gonna look like I don't even know what, man. It's gonna be nuts. But yeah, Knicks to the finals, Knicks in 4, Knicks greatest team of all time.
The Knicks could win the finals, I think.
That's
who I think's gonna win finals.
And that's why Sal Constantino is my best friend.
I mean, who are they gonna lose to? They match up good with like pretty much everybody.
Christian in the window, sorry.
I wanna ask a question. Let's say we're still in the first round. No teams have played yet. What team did you see as being the most underrated, or like, I mean, like having a chance to win, but like nobody, like everybody counted them out?
Clippers.
I thought the Warriors at first, low key.
Really?
I knew they were gonna beat the Rockets, and then I was kind of tempted because I thought the Lakers were gonna win the series. Lakers, Warriors always have good battles, and especially since Luka, I don't think they can match up as well.
I was praying that the Lakers would. I was praying that the Lakers would win that series, and I was so sad when they didn't.
No.
No, I thought the Clippers were really good. I really wanted the Clippers to win.
Yeah.
I really liked the Clippers.
I like Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, Kawhi Leonard's awesome. Obviously, I love James Harden. It's a great team, and I'm really sad that they. Yeah, do you guys think James Harden is retiring soon? Do you think all of those? I mean, a lot of those guys. It's a very old team.
Maybe 5 years. Maybe
5 years, really?
5 or less.
I
or so.
see-
I could see him
around
retiring
3.
soon. I could see him retiring soon.
Because definitely not now, just because the fact of, I mean, even LeBron
Yeah.
hasn't retired yet, and James didn't start till like a
Yeah,
long
He's
while.
he's
after
5 years
LeBron.
younger than Ron.
Yeah.
So I
so-
mean, James definitely should have at least 3 years left in him.
Yeah, I think.
You think he'll just go to a team just to get a chip?
Yeah, I could see, I could see him going on a Russell Westbrook path where he just keeps
Yeah.
going to different teams trying to
can
win and
see it.
misses the.
But in the end, I see him returning to the Rockets. He has to retire as a Rocket.
I could see that. I could
Yeah,
see
So
that.
maybe
James
just to
Harden has to
retire as
retire
well.
as a Rocket.
But
So
I could definitely
eventually,
see that happening.
But speaking of the Rockets, that's what I thought. I thought
thought
the
the
Rockets
Rockets-
were a really underrated team that had the chance to beat the Warriors. If they really, I mean, they were the second seed. I mean, the Rockets had a great chance if they were consistent, which
Yeah.
they were not in the series.
No, I don't think that they're.
Sengun.
no,
I love you, Sengun.
Sengun, you were not good in the.
I love you, Sengun.
All you do, you're like standing out like this the whole time. You just shoot it up and you like beg for a foul every single time. You're not SGA, bro. Come on, you're not gonna get those. I can just like bump into Roland, just shoot it, foul, SGA at the free throw line. That's all it is.
Which is where he is right now, actually.
Yeah, he's shooting
I
free
think
throws
I
right
think
now.
he's
Definitely shooting free
probably
throws right now.
practicing. Those are so funny.
I love those. Yeah. Did you say who you're under? Oh yeah, you
Yeah, I
said
said
Warriors. Warriors.
Re-
Yeah.
Oh, so you thought Warriors were an underrated team?
Yeah, I thought they could like at least make a decent run. I think they can make it a decent
Why?
run.
That's why I feel like the Warriors could still make a run though. I didn't think they were very much underrated.
Well,
No,
I mean,
I
they're
th-
the 7th seed, so I mean, I didn't think many people would have them going that far.
Yeah.
I don't think I see them going. I don't think I see them going past. I don't see them as a finals team.
I can see them making it to the next round. After that, I think the Nuggets are gonna make it to the
Yeah.
finals. Nuggets, Knicks.
Nuggets.
Nuggets
Knicks.
next. That would be.
I don't mind
awesome.
Nuggets, Knicks, Nuggets, Celtics. I don't mind that.
Yeah. I mind Nuggets Celtics pretty much actually.
Yeah, let's take out the Celtics. And
Yeah, let's just put Knicks against literally anyone. I don't care.
Knicks and Thunder. That
Knicks and Thunder
I
would go
can't-
nuts, but I'm terrified of
I
that. 'cause
would
we
say
can't-
I like the Knicks, but I think the Thunder's too
That's
good.
incredibly scary because we cannot stop threes. We are not a good shooting defense.
Thunder. Actually, I think I mentioned this to you guys before we went live. I said Orlando Magic was a vibe team.
Yeah.
They had the vibes.
Yeah, you're
The
riding for
Thunder
the vibes.
rookie is a great vibe team. Young,
not
very
bad.
young team.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen their interviews before.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
The Duke
I like the vibes there. I like the
You
vibes.
see the guy that they covered with towels and the guy,
Yeah.
the reporter
The
that they keep
reporter.
messing with.
He just like didn't care either.
Yeah.
And then SGA Aura farming. I mean, come
Alright,
on,
bro.
come on. It's great to see.
All right, that's playoffs.
That's
all
the
that
NBA
we've
playoffs.
covered.
I mean, I think we're.
Want to get into some
ready
other
to
stuff?
wrap
Maybe
up.
some other stuff. I mean, we were talking about it a little bit. Let's talk about LeBron retiring. Because this guy's been trolling me since
Dude,
they
he's
lost.
gone.
Into the
He's
Lakers
been
season.
reti-
He's
he's
gone,
been
I
trolling
think.
me. I don't think he's retiring on this low. I think he's gonna play at least another season or two with the Lakers. I could, playing with Luka. Because obviously, I don't think Luka's championship window is closed. But I think Lakers, they need a center. If they get a competent center.
Something's funny popped in my head. Go ahead. I remember there used to be the song.
Yeah,
that was the trending, the Lakers,
the Lakers need a center.
That was great.
Yeah, I think if they get a competent center that they can rely on each game,
Who
that
is
they
the
could
center?
go. Dude, I don't even know. Some random.
Yeah, dude.
I can't even think.
I know who it is. I can't remember his name.
I haven't
right
thought.
now.
Yeah, I haven't thought about it.
He
for-
has it's a really long foreign name. He's foreign.
I don't know. Wait, is it Roy Hachimura?
Is Rui Hachimura a center?
No, he's the shooting guard.
Oh yeah, he is.
Hachimura
You're
is a
watching.
shooting
You're
guard.
watching
All
us
right.
not know
Yeah.
ball in real time.
Sorry about that, guys. That was a miss. Everyone has a mistake.
It's a misinput.
I mean, I have a question though. If we do see LeBron retiring soon, even if Bronny stays with the Lakers, do we see LeBron retiring as a Cav? Just because, I mean, Ohio, that's where he's from.
I think he's gonna stay with the Lakers.
Yeah.
Even to retire?
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna leave his son. I don't think he's gonna leave Luka. Because if he leaves there, I think that this is the end of the Cavs championship window, because their players, one, they're kind of aging, and also a lot of their contracts are about to expire.
Yeah.
And I don't think that a lot of these players are going to re-sign with the Cavs because they don't have that crazy cap space that they need to sign these great players.
It's definitely interesting too, because the Cavs, even though they're still in this, definitely underwhelming. I mean, Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell. I mean, you have 3 consistent 20-point, 30-point a night players right there, and you're down to the Pacers. I mean, it's interesting, you know, but I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it.
What do you think? So if LeBron does retire this year, what do you guys think? What's going to happen to Bronny? You think he's just going to go straight down to the G League?
I think he's going to stay. I think
he has to stay with the Lakers. He's going to stay up.
You think?
You think?
I just
Really?
feel like
He became a consistent role player at the end of the season. He started to get into a flow.
Yeah.
Near the end of the season, he was averaging close to 10 points.
I just don't know.
I think with
like
a couple years of development, I think he could be a pretty reliable player.
Yeah.
He kind of reminds me. I can't think. I had a comparison in mind and it slipped my mind. It might be. No, but I think with a few years of development, I think he's going to stay on the Lakers for sure. I don't think he's going anywhere else, at least for a while. But I think with a couple years of development, some time in the G League, if he's putting the hours in and he's really putting the work in, and if he really wants to succeed in the NBA, then he will. But it's going to take a while, and he's going to need to prove himself because of all these doubters that he has. When there are people that are looking at him because of his dad, they're expecting him to be. I know I said this on the last one, but they're expecting him to be like this great player. They're expecting him to be like his dad. He was the 55th. He was the 55th pick. Like, you can't expect that amazing, reliable playing out of a 55th pick out of him.
I mean, you know what? Let's talk about it too. Bronny James, a few years ago, went through cardiac arrest.
Yes, he did.
He hasn't been the same player since. I mean, in high school, a great player, was able to do everything on the court. College, he got his points. He scored once in a while.
I still think he should have stayed another year
in college
at USC. Yeah.
But now, I mean, let's talk about it though. Bryce James is in high school.
Yes, he just won.
He might be pretty good.
Bryce James is doing amazing. He can do anything on the court.
Yeah, he is really good.
Does Bryce James have the same turnout as Bronny, or is he a better player?
I could see him being better.
I could see him being a little better.
I could see him definitely. Yeah, I think he'll have those expectations just like how Bronny did, but I think they'll be lowered because of Bronny, because Bronny wasn't as good, and I think that's gonna bode well for.
I agree with that.
For him.
How tall is he? He's like 6'6".
He's 6.
Yeah, he's
6.
Yeah, he's a bigger dude.
Bronny James is supposed to be 6'3". Bryce is 6'6".
Yeah. What position does Bryce play? He's
like a forward, like a small forward.
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, when he gets to the league, he'll obviously have to play the small forward. But currently, I mean, it's interesting though, because I mean, you're 6'6" in high school.
I mean, yeah, he might be a center in high school
What
right
else
now.
can you play besides center? You're 6'6". You know what I mean? Like, it's insane.
You gotta be.
Well, obviously, having the James last name and being the player that he is, we know he's not a center. We've seen him dribble. We've seen him shoot. He can do everything. You know what I mean? So it's interesting.
Although there are centers that can do it all like that. Like, I mean, not going to be this guy, but Karl Anthony Towns can do it all. Karl Anthony Towns, reliable shooter for threes. He is great from the three-point line.
You know
he is so good.
I have a problem with the NBA. Why is Bol not getting play time? Bol can dribble, he can shoot, and he's 7'3". Give that man some play time.
All right, if we're doing that, Taco Fall.
Oh my gosh, we're not going
Bring
there.
him back into the league, bro. That dude was so.
Isn't he like 60?
Taco Fall's like 40 now.
Oh, I don't remember. I'm thinking of somebody
40?
else.
Yeah, he's
Bro,
definitely.
he played against
old.
Zion.
He's old.
In the, he probably stayed like all year
That's
for
what
his
he's
college.
old.
Dude, but he's so tall. I mean, like. Just give it
I know.
to
Taco Fall was measuring at 7'6".
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he's the biggest NBA player of all time, right?
No.
No,
Manute Bol.
Manute
New
Bol.
Manute Bol. That's who it
Manute
was.
Bol.
That's who I was thinking of.
That's 7'8" right there.
Yeah, he was big.
Muggsy Bogues was small.
Muggsy.
Okay. What are we
talking about?
Let's reel it back in here, guys. Okay?
You want to wrap it up?
Yeah. Let's reel it back in and wrap it up here, okay? So, I mean, thank you guys for tuning in. This was Triple SL. We reviewed the NBA playoffs today. We talked about the James family. We talked about LeBron retiring. I mean, I think
NBA
that's all we can
playoffs. Yeah.
mention, right?
Yep.
Thank you guys for watching.
Nixon 4!
Oh.
Yeah! That was a bad tap. That was really bad.
That was horrible.
That was horrendous.